I saw it all from the shadows, where the truth often hides. These 5 stories, carved into the memory of justice, changed the world forever. If you seek the whispers of the past, like, subscribe, and share what you find in the comments below. The first tale begins with a single, silent fingerprint on a windowsill. A smudge of ink that spoke louder than any witness ever could. In a world that relied on hearsay and unreliable eyes, this small mark was a revolution. It was the first time a killer was caught not by a shout, but by a whisper left behind on the glass. The courts were skeptical, but the evidence was undeniable, a ghost's touch pointing to its owner. This single print opened the door to a new science, one that would give a voice to the voiceless. You won't believe how a simple strand of hair solved a case everyone thought was impossible. Then came the poison, a killer's invisible blade. A man fell, and the doctors were baffled. But one scientist, a man who believed that every substance leaves a trace, refused to let the silence win. He toiled in his laboratory, testing, searching for the ghost in the victim's veins. When he found it, a tiny amount of arsenic, it was like catching lightning in a bottle. It proved that even the most subtle evils could be dragged into the light. This discovery armed investigators with a new weapon against the unseen. A shield for the innocent. But the next case, involving a single drop of blood, is what truly changed everything. A brutal crime scene, a sea of confusion, and a drop of blood that didn't belong. For the first time, scientists could distinguish one person's lifeblood from another's. What was once just a red stain became a name, a face, a story. The killer had left a piece of himself behind, a fatal mistake. This breakthrough in blood typing drew a line in the sand, separating the guilty from the innocent with chilling precision. This case taught us that our very essence can betray us. A lesson that would echo through courtrooms for a century. The final story, however, is the most shocking of all, using a technology that reads the very code of life itself. Finally, we reach the age of the invisible signature, the DNA that makes us who we are. A series of horrific crimes had a community frozen in fear, haunted by a phantom. Investigators took a daring step, collecting samples from thousands of men searching for a genetic echo. And they found it. A perfect match, a chain of evidence forged from the very blueprint of a man's existence. It was a moment that redefined justice, proving that some secrets are impossible to keep. The science had finally caught up to the darkness. These cases are more than just stories. They are the milestones that mark our long journey toward the light. For in the quiet hum of the laboratory, the echoes of the fallen find their voice, and the shadows, no matter how deep, must always surrender to the truth.